everyone, I am Guy and today we'll demonstrate Commodore's new guided investigation experience. This capability is designed to empower developers to troubleshoot their Kubernetes application quickly and independently. It's like giving every developer a personal SRE to run through all the checks and investigation flow, and together they can resolve issues, gain insight to empower overall reliability, and most important, stay focused and efficient. Let's take a look at the new guide investigation flow. So what we can see in here is that this service is unhealthy. And when we click on it, we are moving into the triage mode. Allow us to get overview about why this service is unhealthy, how many times it was unhealthy because of that specific reason, for how long, what is the impact, and some insights. So what is different is that before the guide investigation, when we would click on investigate, we moved into some data, that's very raw data. And from now on, when we click on investigate, Commodore will take us into the guided investigation mode. And in the guided investigation, you would get a wizard that will walk you through the stages of troubleshooting, but also will do the troubleshooting for you. So for example, when we are taking a look in the introduction, we see the error and what is the reason for the failure and given high-level explanation about it. For every kind of issue, you will get the knowledge of what it means based on the specific reason. On the left side, we can see all the insight that Commodore found, and also insight that Commodore found that is not interesting, and we check that everything is actually good in there. So let's move and start to investigate one by one and see how easy it can be to actually troubleshoot and solve an issue of out-of-memory killed using Commodore. When we are moving into the start of the investigation, we can see that Commodore actually correlates that before this problem started, there was a deploy that actually decreased the amount of memory limit for that specific service. I can also spot who did it. I can see it's myself. And what are the commits that actually introduced during this change. So it was not only a memory change. If we would click in here, it will take us to GitHub and actually allow us to see the right commits added to this change. We can move and actually see that there was correlated deploy that was not only in the memory limit, there was other deploy during the time. They are also failed. If we're moving to the next step, we can see that Commodore identified that we have a noisy neighbor in that node. Sometimes out-of-memory failure can be caused because of the application consuming too much memory, and some of them can actually happen because other pods are consuming all the nodes of memory, and we got all the data and the information flow down below of what is the memory consumption of the node, but which pods are more likely to be the noisy neighbor, and which pod actually killed by it. We can actually review the memory allocation, which allows us to see the consumption of the memory over time. We can see that the pod and the container are actually getting killed very fast, so we have a few data points, and because of the backup time, it looks like a few dots, but for a long-running service, we will see the full graph in here. We can skip and actually see the error logs from the container that actually snapshotted at the time of the failure. It allows us to go back in time even if the service failed like 11 hours ago, we can always go back in time and actually investigate that. And we can deep dive and see all the failed pods and specifically the failed containers in them. So instead of you doing like kubectl commands, trying to understand why is the failure reason, see the explanation, and actually go through thousands of checks, Commodore will run the checks for you, will focus you on the checks that are really relevant. You don't need to actually know Kubernetes in order to do that, and will suggest you what to do in order to actually fix it. And in here, we can see that the review and rollback, those are the suggested action after Commodore identified all the reasons. When we will click on it, we are able to actually click in here and roll back the service. And from doing a lot of commands, going through dozens of dashboards, doing manual troubleshooting, searching Google for the reason of the failure, we can go into the guided investigation, take the guided tour, the fast detour into fixing our services much faster. Click on the rollback will fix the issue, and that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next time in Product Clips.